Title: The Spirit of Our Nation. Fade in. We see a young man, John, walking down a bustling street in a big city. He is wearing earbuds and listening to music. Suddenly, a group of children run past him, waving small flags and chanting patriotic slogans. John pauses and watches them go by, a small smile forming on his face. John's voiceover: I've always been proud to be a citizen of this country. But sometimes, in the rush of everyday life, I forget what it truly means to love my country. Cut 2. John enters a crowded subway train. He is jostled by other commuters and looks tired and frustrated. Suddenly, an old man wearing a military uniform enters the train and everyone stands up to give him their seat. John watches this with interest. John's voiceover: But every once in a while, I'm reminded of the sacrifices that others have made for our country. The bravery, the resilience, the selflessness. Cut 2. John is at work, sitting in front of his computer. He looks bored and disengaged. Suddenly, he hears a commotion outside and goes to the window. He sees a group of people carrying banners and marching for a social cause. John's voiceover: I realize that loving our country isn't just about waving flags and singing the national anthem. It's about standing up for what we believe in. It's about fighting for justice and equality for all. Cut 2. John is at a park, watching a group of children playing. He smiles and takes out his phone to capture the moment. John's voiceover: And most of all, loving our country is about cherishing the little things. The warmth of the sun on our faces, the laughter of children, the simple pleasures that make life worth living. Cut 2. John is standing on a hill, looking out at a beautiful landscape. The sun is setting and the sky is painted with hues of orange and pink. John's voiceover: I may not always feel connected to my country, but the spirit of our nation lives within me. It's in every person who has fought for our freedom, who has stood up for what is right, and who has found joy in the small moments of life. And that spirit, that love for our country, is what makes us who we are. Fade out. End of script.